Hi, this is Sarah Miner, and we are going to review the Greater Hartford Arts Council social media presence. They're a nonprofit in the Hartford area. So just so we know a little bit about them, their mission is to provide leadership for financial success and organizational stability of the arts, heritage, and cultural community of Connecticut's capital region. In other words, they financially support a multitude of arts organizations in the area. We're going to look at this, what they do according to Beth Cantor's Principles for Nonprofits. This is just a quick snapshot of what she recommends. What we're going to be focusing on is listening, engaging, and building relationships, and also working with crowds and understanding your networks, especially for an organization that deals with many networks. So at first look, their Facebook page is really great. It's colorful, it's inviting, they have a lot of likes, but I'm not quite sure they know who their audience is. They're sort of all over the place. Because they support so many different types of arts organizations, they can really focus maybe on one or two at a time instead of just have a general blanket statement on their posts. They have no questions on their Facebook page, but afford to integrate questions to spur conversation. They need to invite more people to like the page. They have a huge amount of networked friends and other arts organizations, and I think that they could leverage them to have double the likes on their Facebook page and a much more engaged conversation. Their Twitter page is fantastic. They have a great following again on their Twitter page, but again, they really could leverage their audience and leverage their networks, especially in this capacity where it's pretty quick and there's a lot happening with the organizations that they're supporting. Right now their Twitter account is sort of serving as a billboard for just interesting information. I think they can dig a little deeper. One thing they're doing really well is utilizing YouTube. It's putting a face to their organization and a face to what they do. What I don't know is who is in charge, who is the face of their organization as far as who's leading them and who's the voice or who are the voices. I think it'd be great. They need a little bit more visual of their seniors leadership, but it's a great way to diversify the social outlets, and their videos are very well produced, so A+ for that. Beth Cantor talks a lot about content curation and what that means for nonprofits and for for-profit businesses in that matter is that you're organizing information on the web and sharing the best. That's a summed up quote from her slides. But the Greater Hartford Arts Council needs to really focus on that. They have a lot of information for a lot of arts organizations, and I think they need to have strategize a little bit more so they can be focused and really leverage all their networks. Ironically, they need to boost their creativity. Some of the information is a little dry. And again, who are their leaders? I'm not quite sure who's in charge over there. A great resource was found on the Hootsuite's blog, saying that art organizations and museums all have one thing in common. Their collections have the potential to capture a global audience's attention. I thought this was really important because this is exactly underscoring what Beth Cantor is saying, that if you network your own networks and everybody else's networks, and you really have the capacity to expand your audience and gain a lot of really positive attention. That's one thing I think the Greater Hartford Arts Council can do better. But how do we get more social with them? They have a Flickr account. I think right now that it should be replaced with Instagram. It's a little more hip, it's a little more young, and that way, because they are a financial nonprofit, they can attract a younger audience of donors. Maybe discipline-specific campaigns, some for theater, some for art, some for music. There needs to be more conversation. Right now, although they're doing a great job simplifying things, they need to simplify in a way that's supporting their organization and helping it grow. And in this way, they can gather information for future campaigns. So a final thought, that hat is just really killing me, but Beth Cantor does say that network nonprofits don't work harder or longer than other organizations. They work differently. They engage in conversations with people beyond their walls. And to build relationships. So incorporating relationship building as a core responsibility, that's one thing I think the Greater Hartford Arts Council should really turn their efforts towards, as far as continuing to branch out and gaining more attention, and doing so in a way that costs probably very little money. And that is it for now. And so those are some suggestions and my analysis of the Greater Hartford Arts Council.